it's just so special for such our club, mate, our club.
Lastly, after 57 years of pain, it's coming home.
Hey there, TJ here, and welcome to Yeahthedees, where I'm going through our Round 8 win of the AFLW Season 7 against the Bombers down at Casey Fields on last Sunday. Pretty solid game in absolutely horrid conditions down at Casey. It was windy and going sideways. We got the job done and done quite easily, really, overall. Karen Paxman definitely best on ground. As you can see her in this photo here, being absolutely swarmed by Bombers players here. We got a 41-point win, pretty much solidified a top 2 spot. Our percentage is the second highest in the competition. We're sitting on 32 points, 8 wins with 240. There are 3 teams underneath us on 28 points, Adelaide, Richmond and Collingwood, who will all try and compete to try and get into that spot, but are quite a ways behind in terms of percentage. Let's just move me over here while I continue this. And so Collingwood are going to be playing Brisbane. You know, we're going to be cheering for Collingwood, so hopefully we can take the top spot with a win against the Eagles this week. We play them down at Casey Fields on Saturday. Adelaide have got St Kilda, who are just sitting outside the 8, and Richmond have got North Melbourne, who are just sitting inside the 8. So those games should be competitive, but I think Adelaide will probably get the win over St Kilda, and we hope Collingwood can get the job done against Brisbane for us so we can take the top spot. So that's sort of how it's looking in regards to coming up for finals. I just thought I would mention that now, as it's in the heading here that we're shoring up the top 2 spots. So yeah, bar absolute disaster, I can't see us not finishing in the top 2 and getting a home final, which is really exciting in this season. We're looking really good, just really, really tight. The team is really learning how to play together as a side, and it's just been rolling on and it just keeps rolling forward, which is fantastic. Alyssa Bannon was on fire early. She was able to set up Daisy Pearce for a shot on goal early, but unfortunately she missed. But she was able to get the next one herself. She was able to hit the ball up to herself and run onto it out the back and goal to get the first one on the board, which was a really exciting play. She's an absolute superstar, Alyssa Bannon. Anytime she gets around the ball, it's so exciting to see. And easily one of my favourite players to watch from this D's side. In that first quarter, we were really able to lock the ball inside our forward line. The Bombers really couldn't get it past halfway for most of that quarter. They only had the 2 inside 50s, whilst we had 13. Kate Hall has been able to continue her fantastic run of form, goaling in that first quarter as well with some absolute class of a snap. Towards the end of that quarter, Lily Mithen copped a real bad knee to the guts in a marking contest right before the end of the quarter, but that didn't turn out to hinder her for the rest of the game or anything like that, which I was quite happy with. So we finished with 2 goals to 14 points altogether, with the Bombers yet to score. Second quarter begins and we go forward again pretty quickly with a really, really nice quick handball chain. It ends up in Karen Paxman's hands and she kicks the goal, and I was a little bit worried going into this quarter because I was thinking that maybe we just had the wind and that would assist, but getting this goal straight off the bat really, really helped. But then the game did turn a little bit that way, where it was played a lot sort of towards the Bombers forward 50, and they did get a couple of chances and they finally converted with a big kick from Catherine Phillips, and that would be their only goal for the day. This was actually our poorest quarter just in general for the game. We had quite a few turnovers and kind of got a little bit lucky in a few incidences. We had a really bad kick in our defensive 50 marked and turned over, and they should have been able to kick another goal there. They end up kicking another 3 points for that quarter. So we were let off a little bit with our mistakes. Later in the corner, there is an absolutely fantastic bit of body work from Daisy Pearce, where she's just able to get a bit of a bump on her opponent, which gives Olivia Purcell the chance to run onto the footy and thread the needle through a dribbler, which Eden Zanker then just toe poked it through on the goal line. It did pop up the ball, so I can see why she did kick it through. It would have probably been one of the goals of the year if Purcell was able to just sort of get a bit more on it to just sort of get it there, but it was pulling up towards that goal line, so I have absolutely no problem with Eden Zanker just popping it through and making sure that we get the goal. Otherwise, a Bombers player would have definitely touched that on the way through. The Bombers also got a free kick after being dumped in the tackle late in that quarter, but they missed the shot on goal from there. So it's just windy as hell, and they could only get the one goal 3 on the board for 9 points. We're 4-2-26 at half time, 17 points up, and looking like we have the game on our terms. Essendon did come a little bit in that quarter, so I was a little bit worried that they might be able to get onto a bit of a run, but we were just really able to lock them down early in this third quarter. Kate Hall, continuing her great form, gets the first goal of the third, followed up by Alyssa Bannon, who kicked her second. She really used her speed to burst into inside 50, and her kick went over the top of the goal square pack that was there and rolled through for a goal. So we were able to get that up pretty quickly to being 30 points the difference. Right after that, we get another inside 50 from Karen Paxman. Zanker drops the mark, but it happens to drop pretty much to Kate Hall, who was able to slot her third goal for the game with an instant snap and extend our lead to 36 points. A little bit later in the quarter, Daisy Pearce snapped a point, which I was pretty sure was a goal, but only sort of really get the one look at it. And then that was closely followed up by a quick snap, which hit the post by Chaplin there. We really dominated that third quarter. We, was going the same way as that, where most of the action was happening in the first and second quarter. So we were able to get 3 goals, 3 on the board for that one. Taylor Harris actually got a chance right on the siren from outside 50, but the wind absolutely got a hold of it and just swung it out of bounds. So that kick at the end of the third really shows just how bad that wind was and how much better we played with those in those conditions. So we're up by 39 points at 3-quarter time, going into the last quarter, which the wind sort of picked a bit more up. We missed a few opportunities early. The only scores for this quarter was 3 points by us. Essendon didn't score in this quarter. They didn't score in the third or the first either. So there was a bit of ping-pong footy just in that quarter going up and down the ground, but we were able to run out 41-point winners. Kept Essendon scoreless for 3 quarters, which is pretty incredible in any level of football. So a really impressive display here by Karen Paxman, who I thought was easily best on ground, with Kate Hoare and Alyssa Bannon shortly after them. Who gave the best here? They also said Gillett, Heath and Birch. Heath was really, really good, actually. Shelley Heath, she in the contest a lot, and she's fantastic from our back line. Thought Eliza West was really solid. Olivia Purcell, Tyler Hanks, Libby Birch all played absolutely cracking games. Lauren Pearce was impressive again, coming back off concussion. I thought that she did quite well back in the ruck. Let's have a quick look at the team stats here. Yeah, so Karen Paxman with the 24 disposals. Leading possession getter Karen Paxman, 24 disposals, 16 kicks, 8 handballs. Just an excellent game from her. Olivia Purcell with 23, Tyler Hanks with 19, Eliza West with 15, Lily Mitham with 14, Libby Birch with 15. Just a good spread between our star players. Kate Hall with 3 goals off 9 disposals, 5 kicks. So 3 of them there were goals. Alyssa Bannon with the 7 disposals, 4 kicks, 3 handballs, 2 tackles and 2 goals there. So she's getting rewarded when she is around the ball, and is playing a bit more forward, and it's damaging. She's been kicking goals since she's been played in that position the last 2 weeks, and it makes sides panic. It makes them worried when she's around, because you can't catch her. And it's really, really fun to watch. So yeah, we just really dominated this game, especially in the disposal market. We were turning it over and running forward a lot. 103 handballs to 67 just shows what the difference is there with our handball game. 11 till 16 in free kicks. We did dump a few players, give away a few sloppy free kicks, but that's just it. 27 clearances to 22, so we just beat them there. Inside 50 differential is huge, 36 to 17, and they only had the 2 in the first quarter. So they got 15 inside 50s for the other 3 quarters after that, and most of them would have been in the second quarter. And then the rest of the stats sort of kind of even, but yeah, we just really dominated. Yeah, on to West Coast next week before we go into the final series for the AFLW. Really, really exciting. That will be, finishing in the top 2. It's fantastic as well that both the men's and the women's team has finished top 2 in the same season. It's great to be at the top of the table after, being a fan of the D's for so long and us being mid-table or lower down the ladder for, the vast majority of my life. So incredible that not only, the women are up there, but the men are up there as well. And we've got our club in a really, really good position. All we just need now is a proper training base and home. Look, Casey's fine and all that, but how good would it be if we had a spot where everybody's in the same area in the city? Other than that, we're in probably the best spot I've ever seen us, as a club in my lifetime. Probably the best spot we've been in since the 40s, 50s and 60s when we were an absolute powerhouse and winning premierships for fun. So yeah, I'm just really happy with where the club's at the moment. And really excited for this final series. So thank you very much for watching Yeahthedees. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And go D's.
Petrarca! Oh wow! How good is that? Sparrow to make it a 3-goal, 3-pointer dive. He's got it! Surely not another one. Handball to Oliver, streaming through. Bang! Bang, bang, bang! Melbourne are the premiers for 2021!
And it's just so special for such our club, mate, our club.
Lastly, after 57 years of pain, it's coming home.